So, folks, I was on the Lines Transatlantic Call-In Show. Yet again, I co-hosted with Alexander, taking calls about trans issues ranging from advice to spicy debate. Check it out.
We are going to talk to Bad, whose pronouns are he/them, from Illinois. Bad, you are live on the line with Alexander and Riverboat Jack. How you doing?
Oh, good. How y'all doing?
Doing all right.
Doing
okay. A little
okay.
bit sick, a little bit under the weather. My voice.
All right. No, I called in because I seen Trans Alley there and I never heard that. But then your person that put me on explained that I read it wrong. You know, I told her about me and shit, and we rapped a little bit. And we good, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how I am with everybody. It's just everybody want to talk shit to me and clown me for asking questions. And I don't know.
Cool. Yeah, so trans ally, meaning like you're on the side of trans people, you support trans people, and you want good things for them, right?
Yeah, like you'd be willing to throw down
well,
for a trans friend, you know?
Well, my little brother, my baby brother, he's the tell me if you guys can hear me because my Bluetooth died, so I'm switching it out. I got you on speaker right now. But my baby brother, he's 28 years old, and he trans. So when I call in and I'm asking all this shit, it's because he won't talk to me about it. He keeps telling me I'll never understand and whatever. And because I'm curious over it, you know, I don't get shit out of him. And then when I call to talk to you guys about it or somebody, I get shit about, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, I'm fucking stupid and whatever. And I'm just bona fide fucking curious, you know?
Well, what would you like to learn about today?
Well, I don't know. No one ever fucking asked me that shit. So I'm kind of confused because every time I jump on somewhere, I'm getting yelled and screamed at that I'm stupid and whatever the fuck. And then I'm like, what the hell? Fuck you. Because how you going to want people to respect you guys if you guys ain't respecting people? You know what I'm saying?
Agreed. I'd love to chat about a topic you're confused about, and we can clear some up.
All right, well, let's start with what you had up there about the should transgender characters be rated PG or higher for children? I mean, for me, because I don't know shit about it, why don't you guys do a transgender character for Sex in the City, except a transgender version for adults on like Stars or some adult channel on cable for yourselves? Why you guys got to advocate that for children though? Now you're pushing a child agenda, and it's kind of fucking creepy and weird.
Well, so number one, I love that idea. We should have an all-trans Sex in the City cast.
That does sound fun.
Number two, it's because, like, trans people are also just normal people who, like, have kids and, like, go to work and, like, you know, exist in the world. And so, like, because we live in a society where, like, you know, there are gay men who just are able to go out in the world and be gay. And there are trans people who are able to go out in the world and be trans. And like, they aren't like trying to predate on children any more than like Barney the dinosaur is trying to eat children and like on that television show, you know, like it's
and
just.
They're thriving. But they're thriving. Gay people have been thriving since the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. It's until Barney started eating children that they start getting flack over it.
Well, I forgot that Bad doesn't know about AIDS. He's like, gay people were thriving in the 80s and 90s. It's not like hundreds of thousands of them died to an illness that we just, like, Reagan decided we were not going to study or bother to care about.
But I'm not talking about AIDS in the community. I'm talking about why were they able to thrive without the AIDS, without the disease, without the bullshit. Why were they able to have pride parades and have these big giant parties and open up clubs and bars and do karaoke? And they thrived for years. Because they were Barney, being beautiful, not fucking with kids.
Take it back down. Take it back down a notch.
Party came in.
Bad. We're trying to have a good conversation. We're trying to have a productive conversation. Take the volume down a little bit. Calm down. Take a breath. We're just trying to have a conversation, okay? Like, gay people existed in a subculture. Gay people existed in a subculture it was considered bad to be gay in the 90s. Like my dad told me, like everybody around him like treated it like it was the worst thing you could be. Okay. They were existing in a marginalized area off to the side in society. That wasn't mainstream acceptance, which I think is kind of what you're trying to drive toward, like the idea that currently being gay is more or less accepted in the mainstream, right? We had like Will and Grace. We've got these like TV shows showing that being gay is normal. And that type of treating it like it's normal does start with basic education about what type of people exist in the world. So when we're talking about like, educating on what type of families people have, right? When you're talking to kindergartners, you say lots of people have a mommy and a daddy, but sometimes a kid has a grandma instead, or they have two daddies or two mommies. And we're just talking about like family structures and basic stuff like that. And we also teach kids like there are black people, if you're growing up in a place that's predominantly white, you want the black kids to feel normal. You want the white kids to treat the black kids like they are normal and not ask them weird questions about like, why do they look like that and stuff. So you teach them like black people are a type of person. They came from Africa, whatever. They have darker skin, da 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 da. And so trans people are also just a type of person that we hope to educate kids about. Because here's the thing. When it just like focusing in on the gay education part, I know lots of people who were called the F slur way before they were taught what gay is. So like, and by other children, I mean, like on the schoolyard, like the bully is calling this kid an anti-gay slur before that kid even knows that they're gay.
That's how my generation was. That's how my generation was.
So we're trying to get ahead of that.
It's not just about teaching. It's not about teaching the kids. You got grandparents. You got this. There's black people in the world. There's this. There's actually videos circulating with parents sneaking in and catching their children getting twerked on by grown-ass men in drag queen outfits, and then pre-kindergarten children, and then 5, 10-year-olds twerking back to these people. That's the black I'm talking. That's the party I'm talking about, eating children and shit.
Dancing?
So, wait. So, we're kind of moving to a different topic because you wanted to ask about like trans people. Why do trans people have to be in like children's shows? Did you watch like Sesame Street growing up?
Yeah, but we didn't have fucking talks about transgenderism. But she said, it's talks with children to let people know. See, I can't even talk, man.
No, I'm trying to make a broader point, and if we get lost, then I won't be able to make that point. So, Sesame Street was attacked relentlessly by conservatives because it showed children, in the inner city, integrated, like interacting with like kids of different races, with different kinds of family makeups. Like it was a controversial show when it launched and it got attacked for that. And so the point I'm trying to make here is that there are lots of kids right now who have a transgender dad or a transgender aunt or like a transgender grandparent. And like they want to be able to see their families represented in those shows too, right? It's not about like trying to indoctrinate kids. It's just trying to show kids the different types of people that, they're likely to encounter in their city or their state or in their lives. That's all it is. And now the drag performances, that's a different thing. But when we're talking about children's shows in particular, it's just because trans people exist more publicly now. And so children's media reflects that.
All right. Now, the thing with that is it's not just shows on TV that you can allow your child, like you give them a phone, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, no more phones. So if it's going to be on TV, you could either watch it or tell your kids, hell fucking no. There's a difference between it being pushed in our schools and there's porn books in our schools about little Johnny cracking little fucking Jimmy in the ass and shit like that in public schools for everybody, every child to view. Now it's different because it's not just you viewing your child how you want to be raised with your trans child and you being a trans parent. Now you're pushing that shit in front of me and my kid in school. And my brother's
Here's
trans.
the thing.
I don't give a fuck about the trans thing. I give a fuck about why is it being pushed in the schools and all over on children.
I'm trying to explain it to you.
And all that. See, I can't even fucking talk. See, I can't even
hear
talk.
what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, Bad.
No, you don't hear what I'm saying because you're cutting me off. You're doing
okay because you're getting repetitive.
You. I'm in the middle of
you're getting repetitive.
You're cutting me off like Johnny cut you off.
You've made the point that you don't like it in schools, and I'm trying to address that point. You're getting a little bit repetitive.
Okay, well, let me finish it, and then you can address me. I'll let you finish everything.
No, because here's the thing. It's my show, and I'm trying to keep things on the rails. I've muted you for a second because I think you did make the point, and I didn't need you to continue getting like harping on the point. The point that you were making was you are fine with the fact that you can control what your child sees at home, but you don't like that you can't control what the child is being exposed to at school. And so here's the thing, Bad. If you have a gay kid or a trans kid and you are hiding that information from them, those kids still know that there's something different about them. They still feel weird. They just feel weird, like they're the only person who's ever been like this in the whole history of forever. They feel strange. They don't know how to articulate their feelings. They don't have anyone to talk to. So we educate in the schools because, again, this is a normal variation of humans and human behavior. It's just a thing that happens. And so we need an environment for kids to learn about this stuff in a non-stigmatized manner so that, you know, if you are teaching your kid, and I'm not saying that you do this, Bad, but if you were the kind of parent who taught your kid that being gay is bad and you are dropping the F slur at home, then your kid is going to go to school and bully other kids. Like if there's a boy who kind of seems a little bit girly, your kid is going to call that kid the F slur and like make fun of them and ostracize them. And that kid, if there's no education in the schools, is not going to be able to like understand what's happening. They're not going to be able to fight back against it. They might not even know that they can tell their teacher that they're being called the F slur. So like we're talking about normalizing this in the schools because it is a normal part of human behavior, right? Like there are white people in this country, Bad, who think that like we shouldn't have Black History Month, that their kids shouldn't be taught about Black excellence. And like, are we going to capitulate to the worst people and say all of our children are going to be deprived of the opportunity to learn about the fact that like Black women hand coded our like moon landing calculations? Like that is an important part of our American history and our world history. And it's not fair to the kids, to either kids. It's not fair to the kid who's the bully for them to be having that experience. And it's not fair to the kid who is being bullied, that they're all being deprived of the opportunity to learn about natural and normal human variation. I've unmuted you. I'm sorry for muting you. Please continue with your thoughts.
The whole thing is it's not, you're trying to normalize it, but it's not normal because you're trying to put it in these schools to educate these kids. Who are you to educate children on that shit? Educate your own children. How about that?
So what does normal mean to you?
Thrived for years. There you go, cutting me off again. See,
I'm asking you a clarifying question.
There's no respect. Why would you guys expect me to respect you when you guys don't even respect me? Because
I'm asking you a clarifying question. You made a statement, and I'm asking you to clarify what you mean.
I fucking hate you guys. And because you guys have no regard for people's fucking lives and their privacy with their children makes me want to just fucking go beat the shit out of every single one of you at every turn, every protest, every no king this, no king that.
You should be really careful with what you say because we have enough information to report you to the FBI. Like, I just want to be, somebody muted you. I want to be clear. You should be really careful what you say on here because we do have enough information about you to report your violent threats to the government. So, like, calm down. I've told you repeatedly to pull back, chill out, relax.
Also, neither of us have raised our voices at you or have been rude to you in any way. And you've been swearing at us, you have been yelling at us, you've been ranting and raving at us, and you just threatened us with physical assault. So, like, I don't know, fucking check yourself, man. Like, seriously, we've been treating you with respect. We've let you talk, and when we have a question about something you've said, we've interrupted you, yes, to ask you more questions about what you're trying to say. So, like, it's not a sign of disrespect. It's a sign that we're interested in your argument. And it's unfortunate because I have a lot of things I would like to add, but I can't get a word in edgewise. We're probably going to unmute you here and see if we can course correct this conversation.
I'm not sure that's such a good idea. I think Bad, especially after a threat of violence, I think Bad has well overstayed his welcome. If you can't be respectful and calm in this space, you're coming into our fucking house. You got to take your shoes off and chill the fuck out.
Yeah. Well, Bad, you got like 4 minutes longer than what Jovan usually gives you. So we'll talk to you later, man. Maybe.
Man, it's so unfortunate too, because like I wanted to make a lot of points about the kind of books that are in the schools.
Yeah.
You know, like Shakespeare. Should kids not learn Shakespeare? Because in Shakespeare, there's like a dick joke every other page. Like in Romeo and Juliet, one of the most famous plays taught to like middle schoolers. Like there are scenes with like Juliet talking about how she really, really hopes nightfall comes so that she and Romeo can fuck. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Chaucer with Canterbury Tales. There are stories in there about like people fucking like crazy, and that's available in most school libraries. Or like, hey, the Bible. Ever read the Song of Solomon? Like, my God, like when you start getting into that shit, like you start talking about like, oh, the trans people want to indoctrinate kids into sex. And it's like, bitch, look at the works of classic literature you're already okay with them learning and having free access to. And like trans people just existing in literature that they have access to, that's not a problem. And like, you clearly don't have a problem with kids learning about sex in this way because the classic works of literature that you supposedly want them to learn have sex in them. So like, I don't know, maybe learn what the fuck you actually want before you start threatening to do acts of violence to people. Like, no wonder your brother doesn't want to talk to you.
No fucking wonder, legitimately. And I mean, we're just kind of, I'm guessing, anytime that happens, I'm guessing that they're misgendering their sibling. So I'm like,
that's probably true.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, no fucking wonder your family is gradually cutting you out.
That was a call. Remember to like, leave a comment longer than 8 words, really helps with the algorithm, and subscribe. And also check out the live show every Thursday. Links all down below. And let's keep on going.
Riverboat Jack is coming to town. All the viewers gather round. Twitch and YouTube is where she streams. All that content is bursting the scenes. Politics, dating, plenty more. Her sense of fashion you'll adore. So grab your stuff and hop aboard. We're going straight to Jack's Discord.